you know, here are the side effects of this particular medication. Then you got a list of 30 things that don't sound all that you know, appealing, you know, but you know, how typical are they? Because the truth is, you know, they're not always that typical. That some people are going to suffer that. If 80% of the people who took Nasonex, for instance, had bloody noses to the point where they had irritations and a hole in their septum, clearly they would not be selling this product. Nobody would be buying it. But if it's, you know, 2% of the population that has this kind of effect, the example that you had of the one child, for instance, I think is a good illustration about why this is really an exceptional situation rather than a typical situation. In other words, he got the proper dosage, the doctors were correct, the mother was following the directions, but there was something weird about this kid's metabolism that made it go completely different. It's not that the medication was problematic, it's that the kid was, you know, had this unusual genetic predisposition, I guess it is, to metabolize it into morphine much more quickly, and as a consequence it had those negative effects. You know, I have no idea if there are any negative effects on any of the health things that you talked about. Over the years, I've heard speeches on a lot of these kinds of homeopathic, natural solutions to problems, and sometimes they're, you know, advocates like you are. Sometimes they're critics, like, you know, there are people saying this doesn't work, or what's that damn berry that got so popular a year ago? Acai berry. Holy criminy, all the negative things that people were talking about on that one, you know, that was all over the place. So, you know, you need to defend it a little bit more too. But I thought on the presentation issues, your voice is fine. I think your eye contact is a little weak at this point still. And the other things that Nolan mentioned were probably accurate. All right, thank you.